Feel the magic under Keely's light. Hook in hand, we're gonna start today. Hook in love will show the way.
Hello, it's Keely from Hooking Love, and this week's stitch of the week is the Ocean Wave stitch. It's a beautiful reversible pattern which once you've done your foundation row, so you've got 2 foundation rows, it's then a 1 row repeat. So please subscribe, and every week you'll get new stitch tutorials, and it would be lovely to have you along. Now for the Ocean Wave stitch, I am using an Aran weight yarn and a 4.5mm hook. I like it to be slightly tighter. You can use any yarn and hook size. I'm using Yarn Smith's Aran cotton in mint, I'm sure it's called mint, and a 4.5mm clover hook. So to start off with, we will use multiples of 4 and add 2. So I'm going to do my chain now. So I will do 4, 8, 12, 16. I'm going to do 22. So I shall come back as I've got my chain on. So here I am now, I have my chain, and what I will be doing is I will skip the first chain and I'm going to make a US single crochet. So that's the UK double in the second chain from the hook. And then I'm going to do that all the way along, so just like this, all the way along the chain till I get to the end. So this is your foundation row of US singles or UK doubles. I go in the back bump. You do not need to go in the back bump, it's just my preference. I will carry along and then we'll start with the first round proper of the stitch. Now I am at the end of that chain and I had 22, I will now have 21. So I'm going to chain 1 and I'm turning my work. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to place 3 doubles, that's US doubles, UK trebles, into that first stitch. So I've only chained 1 because I want the shaping to make a sort of a curved effect. So we're doing 3 doubles in there. So 1, 2 and 3. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to skip 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. So in this 4th stitch I'm going to place a US single, UK double. I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 3 US doubles, which is UK trebles. So 3 of those. So 1, 2, 3. Now we repeat that same process right to the last 4th stitch. So I'll carry on and I'll show you right at the end what that means. Excuse me, sorry. So 1, 2, 3. So in the next one, so this is US terms, single crochet. So single crochet, chain 3, and then 3 doubles, all in the same stitch. Okay, and then again we're going to skip, oh sorry I just set you off. Just getting some more yarn. Right, so I'm going to do the same thing again. So skip 3, 1, 2, 3 into this one. Now I'm going to do UK terms. So we're going to do a double, a chain 3 and 3 trebles. So you follow whichever one works for you. Same stitches, just a different name. Hopefully you can see that okay. So 1, 2, 3 in the 4th one again. So single, 3 chains and 3 doubles. Now if we miss 3 chains now, well 3 stitches now, 1, 2, 3, we've just got 1 left. So at this point now we're going to skip those 3 and we are going to place a single crochet in that very last one. It does look like it's hiding a little bit, so just be careful of that now. So this is what we look like. So you can see you've got these sort of wave effects. And our next round, so our next row should I say, is now the repeat row. So that's how we get ourselves set up. This next one will be our repeat row, and this is where we get some really beautiful texture. So we're going to chain 1 again, so that hasn't changed. We're going to turn, and we're going to place 3 US doubles, 3 UK trebles into that first stitch. None of that has changed, so this is all the same as you've just done in the previous row. So 1, 2 and 3. Let's get some more yarn. Okay. Now, where we change now is we have this set of 3 stitches from below. So we're going to skip these first 2. So the one that's closest to the chain, we're actually going to do what's called a front post single crochet US terms, or a front post double crochet UK terms. So what that means is we're going to go with our hook and place it between those 2 posts and then back around this post so that the post sits in front of the hook. Yarn over and pull back around the post. You'll have 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through those 2. I will explain that again on the next one. So we've got our first stitch. So it's exactly the same stitch pattern, it's just where you're placing it. So we're still going to then chain 3, and then we're going to place 3 double crochets again. So 3 US doubles, 3 UK trebles. But we're going to place it into the chain 3 from below. So can you see, because we've put a stitch around that post, it's pulling that post forward, which actually is almost hiding that chain 3. So if you need to, just pull that forward so you can see it clearly, and then you're going to make your stitch into there. So we're going to put 3 US doubles, 3 UK trebles into there. 2 and 3. So we're doing the same stitches, just in slightly different places. So again, if we go to our next one, you can see we've got 1, 2, 3 stitches there. So we're going to go between that one and that one, around. I'm going to bring the yarn round, pull that up, yarn over and pull through the 2. Then we are back to doing our chain 3. Okay, and again, we're going to be putting 3 US doubles, UK trebles into that chain 3 space. If you need to, move that forward and put that into there. So 1, 2, 3, and again, skipping 2, going around the last one, chaining 3, and then 3 stitches in that chain 3 space. So you're not doing anything different in terms of stitches, as I say, you're just doing a different stitch placement. When we get to the end of this row, I'll show you what that then looks like, what the difference is that makes. So again, front post stitch, chain 3, and then 3 in the chain 3 space below. Okay, I'm coming to the end here. Can you see now I've got these? No chain space, have I? I've just got my 3 stitches. So I'm going to miss those 2, and in the top of that first one, again, it looks like it's hiding, I'm placing 1 US single, UK double. Okay, so let's have a look what that does. Now, hoping that shows up well enough on there. What we have is we have this post stitch lifts the stitch below, so it creates almost like a sort of a raised, almost 3D impression of this wave coming round, which is where it gets its name from. I'm hoping that you can see that. So we continue to make this, and it obviously will then create it on both sides. But because it's a repeat row, these will generally be reversible when you've got a repeat row, so it looks the same either side. So I will carry on, I'll do a few more rows so that you can see it slightly bigger and see what that looks like. So you rewind if you need to follow along for this next row. It might be that you've got it, in which case you're going to chain 1 and turn and carry on. And I will see you once I've got a few more rows done. So I am back again, and I have done 5 rows in total, and I'm hoping that you can see this wave effect that's produced on there. And it's, as I say, it's reversible, so again you can see this wave here and here. It's a really very pretty stitch, and whilst you have to think about what you're doing, you soon get into a flow with it. It's a really nice stitch that gives you a little bit of thought, as well as a nice amount of flow to be able to actually you know, do it without too much thinking once you've got the pattern under your belt. So a great one for, you definitely could make blankets with it. Scarves, again, you could make really nice scarves with it. I'd see this, I can see this being good, you know, as a pot holder if you used a really thick yarn. So by pot holder, I mean, you know, like a trivet, something that you'd put something on. You could use it as a flannel or a washcloth, but it is a bit holey, so I don't know quite how that would work. But I do think the fact that it's the ocean waves would be quite nice for a water-based theme. So if you enjoyed that, and I hope you did, I'd love to know what colour you do yours in, and please subscribe and follow along.